I know from my own time on Bromley Council as the executive assistant on the environment portfolio, of course working with you and leading the works on what we were doing down at Kelsey Park, about some of the work Bromley Council is doing with partners like Thames 21, local Friends Group and other volunteers to improve the health of our rivers, to improve biodiversity and to take better care of our water bodies. And at the London Assembly, of course, where the Environment Committee there is now investigating swimmable rivers and how the Mayor is going to achieve his goal of having swimmable rivers by 2030. And a big part of that investigation is how on earth is the health of our rivers. And I think it's a real shame, Will, that we couldn't get you to an Environment Committee to talk about what Bromley Council is doing because of the fact that the Chair was more interested in the agenda of the speaker than what you had to say.
No, absolutely. It is very disappointing. I think it's very important that all boroughs are given a chance to speak on this matter. It's so important, especially the outer boroughs.
Yes, exactly.
Ultimately, it's the water bodies of the outer boroughs that feed the water bodies of the inner boroughs. And if we've got problems in the outer boroughs, it's within everybody's interest that we bite the bullet, we sort of hit the nail on the head very quickly, very early on. And if there was, God forbid, a disaster of some sort, that we're able to prevent that from happening before it actually happens.
Yeah.
One of the things that we've been doing here in Bromley, borough-wide, is we've been desilting our water bodies.
Yeah.
We've been working with Friends groups, we've been working with Thames 21, other stakeholders to not only improve the quality of the water, but improve the wildlife population, improve the habitat for them, actually create a more biodiverse environment for Bromley, and that will have an impact on the surrounding boroughs as well. It's not just when you talk about biodiversity, about the good quality water in our water bodies, beneficial to Bromley, it's beneficial to everybody. And it's really disappointing that the chairman of the London Assembly Environment Committee wasn't prepared to hear what we had to say, because he would have found it beneficial. And ultimately, it's not just people in Bromley who will suffer as a result of the lack of evidence, but it's everybody outside of Bromley as well.
No, exactly. As you can start to see behind us now, here at the River Ravensbourne, the council, Thames 21, local Friends of the Park, led this really exciting scheme to separate the River Ravensbourne from Glassmill Pond, and that's really helped with reducing silt, with improving the health. Because I live locally, and when I used to walk round here, the old pond, as it was with the river merging, absolutely stunk. It was just horrible. And it's so much better now. It's a huge improvement. And this is exactly the kind of thing that we're doing across water bodies across the borough.
No, absolutely. And we're not just doing it, as you rightly say here, we're doing it borough-wide. This is something that is going to have a serious benefit, not just today, but in future years as well.
Yeah.
Because now that we've actually carried out the desilting programme, it makes the maintenance of the water bodies easier.
Yeah.
It makes the habitat more able to survive. It's the bacteria, there's a lot of good bacteria in water that wildlife like fish, other insects, they need that in order to survive, in order to thrive.
Yeah.
And if your ammonia levels get too high, that's going to cause untold damage to our water bodies. Fish will die, you'll end up with pollution. Ammonia basically is pollution. So what we're doing is not just ensuring that we improve the water body for today, it's for future generations as well.
Yeah.